there has been no action to date. This is not an isolated incident. MCAs across the country have faced threats, physical attacks, and assaults, further eroding the trust in the government institutions' commitment to safeguard the rights of Kenya. The silence of the government and lack of intervention thus far raises serious concerns about the accountability and security measures afforded to our public servants and officers. CAF condemns this abduction and any form of harassment and threats against members of county assemblies who dedicate their lives to public service. We demand that the government, through its security agencies, take immediate and transparent action to ascertain the whereabouts of the abducted member of county assembly, ensuring his safe return to his family and community. Additionally, we urge the government to prioritize the security of all members of county assembly nationwide by reinforcing protective measures and establishing accountability mechanisms for any acts of violence or intimidation. These ongoing incidents not only compromise the safety and well-being of our members of county assembly, but also threaten the integrity of our democratic processes. The abduction of this member of county assembly, along with previous assaults, is an affront to the values of justice and democracy upon which our nation is founded. County Assembly Forum calls upon law enforcing agencies to initiate a thorough and immediate investigation into this case and to hold those responsible for these disappearances accountable. The role of members of County Assembly is fundamental in representing the voices and aspirations of the people of this country, and any attempt to hinder their duties through acts of intimidation or abduction is direct attack on democracy itself. County Assembly Forum remains resolute in its commitment to safeguard the rights and security of members of county assemblies, advocating for an environment in which they can serve without fear. We also urge members of the public to remain calm and peaceful, upholding justice and the rule of law as we collectively call for a society that respects and protects its leaders. In our leadership meeting today, we resolve, amongst many other things, as follows: that if Honorable Yusuf is not produced within 7 days from this date, all the county assemblies shall adjourn businesses in solidarity with Wajir County Assembly until the relevant authorities address this matter whereabouts. We therefore demand that Honorable Mheshimiwa Yusuf Ahmed is released with immediate effect, failure to which all the 47 county assemblies shall shut down all the operations and sitting until such a time that Honorable Ahmed is produced. That is the statement from the County Assembly Forum following the deliberation of the National Government
County Security Team. As an assembly, we had also a session with the entire county security team, and they explained to us the information they wanted, and they told us that we cooperated with them. So he was not abducted on account of failure to cooperate with the county security team. We are not sure, of course, they didn't want to discuss with us, but all they told us that he cooperated with them.
But thank you. Just to answer your question. Your question is why we believe that the government...
A minute.
Yes?
Wait for the mic.
Thanks. You had asked a question as to why we believe. My name is Douglas. I'm the Speaker of the County Assembly of Ahmed. You've asked why we believe that the police or the government is responsible. The Speaker has indicated to you that the County Security and Intelligence Committee had invited him for conversation. So the last conversation about disappearance or disappearance is around police. 2, for any Kenyan or anyone to ask that if someone disappears in this country, where can you locate that person? It's obvious. It's like when it's raining and you're looking for insects. They are all over. It is obvious that abductions are the way of life in this country, not yesterday, not today, for the last few months. LSK has been on this case. not this particular case of Waje, but many other cases including the Kitengela. If for whatever reason that the police and government believes that this person is not in their hands, they ought to have provided information to the citizens of Kenya. This is not an ordinary person. It's a person elected to represent other citizens, and therefore, if an elected member can disappear.
When I was trying to mention, I couldn't say his name, but he's a powerful people in position, and I think this is a gun which is used. If they target a mheshimiwa like Nani, they'll just know where they will click, and that gun comes for you, abduct you, or even kidnaps you. If they want somebody like me, it's a syndicate, it's a gun, and it's also the police. Me, I tend to believe they are protecting these criminal, these abductors, and these rapists, all these, the drug lords, and all this combination. So the moment I talked about all that, my life has been in danger. That's why I came today, because after burial at around 10, a car which is KCM 635M came. When I was there on top, I heard a bell ring. So when the watchman told them, the watchman has told me, they asked him, wenyewe wako, they even didn't know our names. The watchman went in, wakaingia ndio waone kama tutafungua, hakuwauliza hata majina. They entered with him. Those people entered with him. The people are tall, they had black suits, and one driver didn't come out. So when they came, they met, we had locked the door, and that is the day of the burial after I talked in the church. They then walked out, they exchanged seats, then the car went there ahead, then they stood a bit, they exchanged.
We have earmarked, probably it is not the right place to say the strategies that we intend to employ, but we are sure that as we had done in the previous cases on the 3 missing Kitengela young men, Bob Njagi and the Longton brothers, we will be able to employ such tactics, and we believe, as the Speaker of the County of Wajir is insinuating, that when it walks like a duck and when it smells like a duck and it squawks like a duck, then definitely it is a duck. So from my perspective, I do not want to mention names, but I agree with what has been said here. It is quite unfortunate that in this day and age, an elected representative, especially at a devolved, segmented place in terms of governance, will be abducted in the city, the capital city of Nairobi, and 7 weeks later, today marks the exact 7-week mark that either the National Police Service has not been able to trace him, or any government official has not been able to put up an expression of what may happen.
The incidents have come through maybe members of parliament. And here I'm being harassed by member of parliament, Mheshimiwa John Koyoluke. I've done my OB to the DCI, but maajabu ni kwamba yeye ni mtu ambaye anasema is untouchable. He promised me, and I'm going to give that clip. He just said recently atatuonyesha si MCS bado tutakojoa na ataenda kutupiga sawa sawa because he's a member of parliament. So we are demanding fairness in terms of the law, and we think no one is above the law. As MCS tunapitia maajabu, tunapitia hujuma mingi. Remember a honorable member in Kakamega aliua one of the MCS, and those cases asifiki mahali. So we are demanding Mheshimiwa